everyone. Operations with scientific notation, adding and subtracting scientific notation. Let's take first adding with scientific notation. Take example 9.7 times 10 to the power 6 plus the second scientific notation is given by 5.4 times 10 to the power 4. So the first step is make sure that exponents of both numbers are the same. So I will write again, this is for step number 1. I will write the first scientific notation again, and I will try to change from 10 to the power 6 to 10 to the power 4. So I will divide by 10 to the power 2 and also multiply by 10 to the power 2 to make balance of the solution. So the answer will be 10 to the power 6 divided by 10 to the power 2 to get 10 to the power 4, and 9.7 the same times 10 to the power 2. So when we multiply 9.7 times 10 to the power 2, this means 10 to the power 2 means 100. So I will move the decimal point from left to right by 2 digits according to number of zeros that we have in 10 to the power 2, because we have 2 zeros. So this will be 9.7 times 10 to the power 2 equals to 970. And when we divide as exponents rules, when we divide, if we have exponents, this means we have to subtract them to get the answer 10 to the power 6 minus 2, and again 970 times 10 to the power 4. Continue step number 2, add decimals. Don't forget to line up the decimal points. Keep exponents the same. This is step number 2, so I will write again the decimal numbers or the scientific notation, sorry, and we have to line them according to the decimal point. If you see in 970 there is no decimal point, but for whole numbers the decimal point have to be to the right here, right side. So I have to line the 2 decimal points above each other, and after that add them. Add 970 plus 5.4 to give the number 975.4, and keep the same exponent without change. Okay, step number 3, make sure you have 1 digit non-zero in the front of the decimal. So we have here in the front of the decimal we have 3 digits. So I will try to move the decimal point from right to left by what? By multiplying or dividing. So by multiplying this number by 10 to the power negative 2, or divide by 10 to the power 2, and to make balance we have also to multiply by the same number. Okay, the answer will be 9.754 times, when we multiply this answer is according to 975.4 times 10 to the power negative 2 to get the number 9.754 after the decimal point. And we have to make the balance for the solution. If we multiply by 10 to the power negative 2, we have to multiply by 10 to the power 2. So when we multiply exponents, this means we have to add them to get the answer 10 to the power 6. Okay, now talk about subtracting with scientific notation. Take example 1.7 times 10 to the power 8 minus 7.2 times 10 to the power 7. So I will try to change the first scientific notation. Instead of 10 to the power 8, I will change to 10 to the power 7. So step number 1, again the same steps like adding scientific notation. Make sure that exponents of both numbers are the same. So I will write again 1.7 times 10 to the power 8, and I will change 10 to the power 8 to 10 to the power 7 to make the two scientific notation the same exponents. So what I will do, 1.77 the same, and 10 to the power 1 multiply by 10 to the power 1 and times 10 to the power negative 1 to make balance for the solution, times 10 to the power 8. Now from 10 to the power negative 1 times 10 to the power 8, we can get 10 to the power 7. And 1.7 times 10 to the power 1, this means we have to move the decimal point from left to right by one digit according to the digits that we have, or multiply. We have multiplied by this number, so to get the answer 17. And from 10 to the power negative 1 and 10 to the power 8, when we multiply, we have to add the exponents to get the answer. Again, to get the answer 17 times 10 to the power 7. Now continue with step number 2. Subtract decimals. Don't forget to line up the decimal points. Keep exponents the same. So 17 times 10 to the power 7. This is the first scientific notation, and the second minus. Okay. The second scientific notation is given by 7.2. As you see, I make sure I have line the decimal point above each other, and keep the same exponent without change. And also we have to subtract to get the answer 9.8 and keep the exponent without change. Now step number 3, make sure you have one digit non-zero in the front of the decimal. So according to the value that we got, 9.8, we have only one decimal point, so the answer will be 9.8 times 10 to the power 7. Thank you.